Hey, GetFox here. So I'm going to review all of MUT. You guys should have seen my sets and promo review by now. Let's review the whole dang thing. So we'll review those sets and promos, give the overall grade. We'll give the grade for solos, objectives, card art, binder, auction house, squads, draft, weekend league, packs, menus and layout, long shot, overall gameplay grade, overall MUT grade, overall fun, the it factor stuff, the innovation, and then the overall rating and compare it to the last 4 years. All right, so the sets and promo rating, the overall rating, I gave it 8.6 for everything they provided us through the year. From the good, the bad, the ugly, everything from GOAT stuff, MUT loyalty way back in the day, and then the bad, and then all the way up to the good, and then the promos we loved, like Easter and other ones. And Easter was just solid, not great, not like previous Easters. But anyways, we've done that already. Let's get on. So that's 8.6. The solos themselves this year that we had to play. Now, I'm not a huge solo player. Actually, I think I'd have to go. Can I check out how many solos I've done over the... Yeah, there it is. So I've done 745 solos. 10,000 coins. I'm going to do 5 more. So, 750, about 750 solos. Not a terrible, terribly small amount, but not like a huge solo grinder. I stopped solo grinding at all after MUT Master. I guess I got a few, but anyways, the solos they put in, from I heard from people, everybody always complains about lack of content, and that's something that kind of hit us a little bit hard on the solo front. So basically, they relied on a lot of solos on promo solos this year, and not so many like long kind of gauntlet and journey solos like they had in the past. So if they return to that, I think people would be happier, giving us more packs to pull, because that's kind of a good mini game. So solos themselves, I'm going to give them an 8.0 because while they were very rewarding, they weren't very long. So I think people want a little bit of a longer solo grind, more time to engage in the content, but the rewards were very good this year in my opinion, and people could have a no money spent team and do very well just grinding solos and getting farm accounts. All right, so moving on to the objectives, something that was new this year. And basically we had the Sean Taylor Night Train Lane objectives. We got the daily objectives I finished for today. So that's not on my screen. And then like the promo objectives, I didn't do anything with position hero, offense, defense. Well, I guess I got a little bit for offense, but anyways, the objectives I like. It was nice, innovative. They brought it in something new. We got the levels. Would you include the levels? Maybe I should do the levels as a different rating, as I'll add it to my list. So the solos, the objectives, they could be done better, but I liked how they brought them into the game. So overall, out of 10, I'm giving those a 9.2 because I thought they were great, and I hope they expand on them in the future. All right, the levels themselves, it was great. We needed more of it. I think that's a little bit of, there's some things we need more of, some things we need less of. The levels themselves, great addition to MUT. I see they're back next year, giving them a 9.0 just because we wanted more of them. They only increased some levels like a few at a time. Let us grind more levels, give us more stuff for each level to get out of the game. All right, so next up, let's go to card art. Now, the card art itself, like the background and stuff, generally pretty good. I think they have some pretty decent assets. I would prefer maybe if they do like legend cards, like throwback to like a year that the legend was from. So like the background would be his actual NFL football. If you can sign with like an NFL like Fleer or Topps or something, get their actual card art from the year that you're imitating the legend or ultimate legend from. Same thing, maybe a flashback here with his Frederick. To that'd be kind of cool. But otherwise, the borders themselves, I hate these card borders so much. They really make me want to punch a baby dolphin. So borders are at 1. So watch yourself, borders. Like the bookstore, you're gonna go out of business. All right, the binder itself, it's still limited, as we see with like MLB The Show. They got an unlimited binder. The binder here, what, 1,200, 15 or 1,700 if you have the legendary. That's too little. That's way too little for people that open packs. Constantly running against it at points during like promos or big pro pack opening streams or whatever. So binder still has a couple issues. Better than last year though, so it's improved. 6.6. Auction house, it's had a lot of issues. It had a glitch early this year where I think people were able to, in the promo, some people were trying to snipe and they would accidentally buy 1 million coin cards because the things wouldn't load in. The chemistry loads in late on a lot of cards. Sometimes you would buy the wrong chemistry card because it loads in wrong or late. We still have the issue where if you bid on a card, you have to back out to rebid after you get outbid. So out of 10, the auction house gets a 6 for me. Like I said, look to MLB The Show for a great auction house. All right, squads. Now, it's something that we are all asking for a few years. Well, not everybody's on the same page on these things, but MUT squads were asked about a lot by the community. I think them bringing it back is a 9.5. Great job. We really appreciate that. But the meta was terrible in the game. It wasn't really like balanced. It was basically run first and or if you wanted to pass, nobody could run a route because you couldn't really run routes correctly with the quarterback because any minor movement, the ball sails. So overall, 7.3. Squads can be fun. Hopefully, I improve on it next year. All right, next up is the draft, the MUT draft here. So they didn't update it much, and they got rid of the free mode. I mean, that's kind of just like 2 loser moves right there for you. So out of 10, even though it's still fun, I'm going to get a 4.5. All right, Weekend League. Weekend League itself, I think, was a good addition. I'm not sure it was great for the game's long-term health because, it was so rage-inducing and it caused a lot of burnout for the community. I know a lot of people that have played like the 25, like your boy Savage is a great example of this. Played the 25 every week and then just burned out. But, I mean, he liked 18 longer than 17, so maybe that actually helped him. In the end, I would say bringing it in, great job. There's some concern, some with rewards, but you ended up updating it later in the year and then through the year. So I think you did a good job kind of keeping up. I'm going to give the MUT champions, aka Weekend League, what I played majority of my games in, an 8.8 out of 10. I might even go higher with it, but I think I'm just going to leave it an 8.8 for now. All right, the packs themselves. Now, your store, there's a lot here. I think people could be overwhelmed by the amount of packs. It's fine, like once you're used to them. Different categories for all the different packs. Themselves, the value. There were some packs like I talked about. The GOAT packs were amazing value all year long. And I love those GOAT packs. You didn't really have many of them, though. So the value of each pack was bad, but there was more limited time pulls this year than ever before. So while you got an update, next year you're getting odds on the packs or odds on the cards. So that'll be great. But for 18 packs, man, they were still kind of a letdown. 5.7, still not the greatest value. You guys aren't able to keep up with the black market for some reason. Whoever does your packs doesn't really pay attention that well, and that's kind of killing your game. All right, but I will say that the packs are better than previous years, so it is an improvement. All right, the menus and the layouts. The layout of the game. I do think I like the background. I like the aesthetic of the team screen better. Like I like it's the brighter maybe color than the kind of the darker ones of the past. So it's a slight upgrade. We'll give it an 8.3 for the slight upgrade. The menus move fast enough. No major server issues or lag there in the menus. The long shot. I won't even go out the long shot. I think it was well done. The story was great. Animation great. I think everything about it was well done. But I do think you wasted a lot of resources on it that could have gone into MUT, could have gone into franchise mode and elsewhere. I mean, if Longshot was done 8 years ago, it would have been amazing. So, unfortunately, it was done last year and again this year, going into 19. So, for that, I'll give it an 8 because it was executed well, just late. So, you really want to be ahead of the innovative curve, not behind it. But overall, the gameplay, I'd say the gameplay is better than 17. I would put it, even though it's different, I'd put it similarly fun level of 16, close to 15. I don't know, 15, 16, pretty close to those, but definitely better than 17. So a step up in gameplay. Actually, I think with nanos and some of the degenerate stuff in 15 and 16, PA end around, the fullback dive in 16. I would say 18 is probably the best of the last 4 years for gameplay wise because there's the least amount of like complete exploits that ruin your experience. There's still overpowered stuff that they haven't fixed or it took them too long to fix. You guys know the pitch, swerve is still there. The Hail Mary glitch they got out within 3 weeks. They took care of it, but that did ruin the ladder for a while. But overall, I'd say the gameplay itself kind of higher versus the previous 4 years, so I can give it an 8.9. Overall, MUT. I had a lot of bones to pick with it. I think power-ups kind of ruined the mode because you put a lot of time and effort into power-ups, and really, as players, we didn't want to put that in to conserve value because this game's about coins and conserving value, and power-ups didn't do that. So, overall, MUT, I'm giving it a 7.7. I was a little bit underwhelmed by it this year, but overall fun for the game. The it factor that keeps us playing, I'm giving it a 9.2. I put in 59 days into this game, so it's been a little bit. The innovation's only a 4.5. It's a cool job bringing back squads and long shot, finally get it into your game. But there's no branching path in long shot. Like I said, it would have been greater 8 years ago. So there's no real choices except for the one near the end. But overall, the rating I'm going to give it is an 8.5. So MUT 18, Madden 18, 8.5 overall. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you like the review? But thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you guys tomorrow.